Hi friends, welcome to Arnav. So today it is the 44th episode in the biology series. So in the last episode we just went to see some about the nephrons. So today we are going to go into a deep dive into nephrons. So today we are going to discuss more about the nephrons and what they do and their important parts. Yes. So let's start. So a nephron is the basic structural and functional unit of the kidney. Yes. So they are the most important part of the urinary system as well as in the kidney. So they are the microscopic structure which are composed of renal corpuscle and the renal tubule. So there are two main parts, the renal corpuscle, which is just this part, and the renal tubule, which is the remaining part of that nephron. Yes. So in each kidney there are 1 million to 1.5 million of these nephrons, and also these nephrons are pretty much 35 to 55 millimeters in size. That is in centimeters. We can measure in centimeters. That means 3.5 centimeters to 5.5 centimeters. Yes. So before this video I thought that they are very small to fit like 1 million, but now I learned that they are pretty big. Yes. So we can even see them with our naked eye. Yes. So the structure. So it comprises two major portions. So that is the renal tubule, the most of the part of the nephron, and then is the renal capsule. The corpuscle, which is just this round part here. Yes, we're going to discuss about it then later in this video. That means now in this video, not later. So first the renal tubule. So it is the one of the most important parts of a nephron. Yes, because there are only two. Yes. So it is a long and a convoluted structure that emerges from the glomerulus and divides into three parts based on function. So see, it starts from here and has a long journey going from this and finally into this collecting duct. Yes, which we're gonna again discuss later in this video. Yes, many things later. Yes. Okay. So first part is the proximal convoluted tubule. So this is in this relative area. So it stays in the renal cortex. So again another fact, nephrons, so in the kidney there are two main parts, not exactly two main parts but some parts. So for example, I think we need to draw a bit small. So here we take a kidney. Now this is not a kidney bean, remember. Yes. So first here is the cortex where the uterus from outside comes and takes the urine. Yes. Not the urinus, but ureters. Yes. So it kind of looks like a bean, but it's not actually bean. So this part is the cortex, while this is the medulla. Yes. So in the medulla there are again inner medulla and the outer medulla. So these nephrons stretch in three of these parts. They are the cortex, which this renal corpuscle is completely inside, and this part here, next the outer medulla, which the middle part is, and finally the inner medulla where the downward part is. Yes. So each nephron is in three of these parts of the kidney. Yes. Again remember, they're pretty big, not that small, not in micrometers, just millimeters or even centimeters. Their diameter is, their size is just like this. Yes, like 2 inches approximately. So, okay, it stays in the renal cortex, so most of it is in the renal cortex. So the blood brought by the renal artery is filtered by the glomerulus and then is passed to this proximal convoluted tubule. So we are going to discuss about the glomerulus again later in this video. And one fun fact, the plural of glomerulus is glomeruli. Yes. Okay. So the maximum reabsorption takes place in this proximal convoluted tubule or the PCT. So the things which are reabsorbed are glucose, proteins, amino acids and electrolytes. Yes. So but you may ask, why do they need to be reabsorbed and other things? So normally when blood goes here, most of the contents inside it are filtered, even very important things like lots of water and amino acids. So amino acids are, very important for life as well as many other things inside here in this list. So when this most of the nephron parts will mostly again reabsorb. So our body needs these parts, right? So that's why these so those things, those important stuff again go back into the bloodstream through this tubule. Yes. So yeah, again the maximum reabsorption happens in the PCT itself. That's an important point to remember. So next is the loop of Henle. So this is the loop of Henle is this part here. It looks like a loop, right? Yes. Not a full loop, but a half loop. Yes. So it forms a loop that goes through the renal medulla. So it is in the inner medulla, which is also known as the renal medulla sometimes. All of the medulla is called that. So it consists of two parts, the descending, which is going down, and the ascending, which is going up. Yes, everybody knows those terms. So again, these ascending and descending parts have different uses. So first, the descending limb is permeable to water but impermeable to electrolytes. So here permeable means that thing can go out and go into the bloodstream again. So here water can go out while electrolytes should stay here. While for the ascending limb, it is the complete vice versa. So electrolytes are permeable and they will just happily live their life ever after, and water is trapped inside the walls of the nephron. Ouch. Yes. And this is the loop of Henle. And finally is the distal convoluted tubule, also known as the DCT for short. So this part is the DCT. Yes. So okay, so it is the last part of the nephron and it connects and empties its contents into the collecting ducts. Yes, which we're going to discuss next. So next is the collecting duct. So it is a long straight tube where maximum reabsorption of water takes place to produce concentrated urine. Yes. So so here this tube is the collecting duct. Yes. And another fun fact which I forgot to tell before, nephrons can stretch from here to like this. So these are things are the nephrons. Yes. And also this collecting duct goes all over the kidney. So it goes like this in a zigzag pattern. Not a zigzag but without straight lines. Yes. So and finally is the renal corpuscle, which is not part of the renal tubule, remember, it is a separate part. So it consists of a glomerulus surrounded by the Bowman's capsule. So there are two main parts here. They are the glomerulus, which are the blood, the arterioles, while the Bowman capsule is like the filterer. Yes, so they are here. So the glomerulus arises from an afferent arteriole, which is the entering one, and empties into an efferent arteriole. So here another thing, only small proteins like water and the amino acids can go through the tubule and later be again reabsorbed. Yes. While other larger proteins like blood cells or any other platelets inside the blood will again be taken out by the efferent arteriole. Yes. So then the Bowman's capsule is again divided into the outer parietal layer, the middle basal membrane, and the inner visceral layer. Yes. So the main use of this Bowman's capsule is to filter the things from the blood vessels. Yes, and take the things which are waste or smaller particles. Yes, it is like the first filterer. Yes. So this is for today about the nephron. Bye.